Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with the second episode from Legacy of Dorn, Herald of Oblivion. As you guys probably picked up from the last little episode, I had a lot of fun doing this, and you know, it's fun. The whole voice acting thing, it's always something I wanted to do. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun if we just go and we do a little narration thing again. And I mean, if you guys like it, be sure to like it and all that good stuff and show me some love. If you don't like it, I get it. Don't worry, I understand. I have a voice that's not always appreciated, in the sense of it's not always the best to listen to, so I understand completely. Anyway, without further ado, the second episode. The Gene Stealers are dead. Their alien viscera and the stinking ichor that passes for blood amongst their kind plasters the walls, floor, and ceiling of the chamber. The space is little more than a widening of a corridor, and judging by its construction, it is highly likely that it was once part of some Imperial vessel or other. Accessing the aspects built into your tactical dreadnought armor, you take a moment to sweep the local area, making sure that a host of the aliens isn't about to descend upon you from the ventilator ducts above your head, or burst from the maintenance channels under the floor. When the aspects reads clean, you consider your next move. The rest of Squad Scipio is somewhere on board the derelict, but at present you have no idea where. Something is blocking your aspect's signal from reading anything more than 30 meters away. This could be down to something as innocuous as radiation shielding, or alternatively something altogether more sinister, such as a Xeno's created dampening field. Aside from your fellow Imperial fists, there are also Gene Stealers on board. While the brood mind is still active, the Xenos still pose a serious threat. But if you were able to eliminate their brood lord, you could neutralize that threat. So, which is it to be? Alright, so we could search for our battle brothers, or we could hunt down the Gene Stealer's brood lord. I somehow imagining taking on a brood lord by myself, despite being a totally badass Imperial Fist Terminator, is probably not the best idea. So, let's go find our battle brothers, just to be safe. Assuming that the Gene Stealers were patrolling away from the direction of their nest, you head in the opposite direction, monitoring the feed from your helm auspics as you go. However, the mission you were tasked with before boarding the Herald of Oblivion was to cleanse the derelict. Allowing the Gene Stealer hive and its broodlords to survive is a gross dereliction of your duty and the vows you swore all those years ago. Oh, shit, I lost one purity. Well, damn. Return to teleportation location. Returning to the place where you arrived after being teleported aboard the conglomeration of warp-lost vessels and asteroids that form the Herald of Oblivion, you scan again for your battle brother's life signs. The Auspex comes back negative. Either they didn't teleport to the same location as you, or they have since set off on their mission, believing you to have been lost when the teleportarium malfunctioned. Accessing your helm comm, you try to contact the Shield of Dorn, but all you hear in return is the hiss of static and the sound of distant explosions before it cuts out altogether. Something's blocking the signal. For the time being, at least, you're on your own. It seems likely that there's something about the construction of the vessel you're currently in that is preventing your aspects from completing long-range scans. Perhaps a leaking fusion reactor or a radioactive mineral deposit in an asteroid bound to the craft somewhere nearby. You are able, however, to accomplish a three-dimensional scan of the internals of the rogue trader vessel you are currently in, which in turn enables you to locate a way out. Half an hour later, you emerge from the rogue trader vessel through what was once an airlock into an echoing pitch-black space. Activating your suit's searchlight, its beam pierces the gloom to reveal that you are standing inside what appears to be a vast rocky cavern. Suddenly, a fucking mistakes. Suddenly, a designated marker tag flashes into being on the HUD, accompanied by a chiming alert. It only takes the Auspex' machine spirit a moment to flag it as being that of Apothecary Ordyss. Your Auspex currently isn't picking up any life signs for any other members of Squad Scipio, but they might just be out of range. You try your helm comm, and hear nothing but static. According to your auspex, Brother Ordyss cannot be more than 100 meters away from your current position, but you don't know what obstacles you might have to cross to reach him. You could, of course, attempt to boost the gain on your auspex in order to carry out a more thorough survey of the area. Follow the signal I picked up already without further delay. Let's do that. He might be in trouble. Apothecary Ordyss, find Brother Ordyss. Alright. The route you take to find the apothecary leads you across the cavernous heart of the trapped asteroid to a point where the blunt nose of another vessel has burst through the silicate rock wall. The impact must have occurred hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, and resulted in the hull of the craft being breached as well. Entering this vessel, you home in on the signal from your auspex, following the HUD display to the marker tag. And it is then, as your illuminator beam falls on the solid adamantium bulkhead ahead of you, that you see Brother Ordyss for the first time. "Brother, thank the Primarch you found me in time," he gasps. He is clearly in a great deal of pain, but then that's hardly surprising, seeing as how he appears to have been teleported into the very fabric of the bulkhead itself, and become fused half in and half out of the structure. Carefully you break the seal on his helmet and remove it. Ordyss's expression is one of barely suppressed agony. "Brother," you begin not really knowing what to say. "There's nothing you can do for me," Ordyss says, as if reading your mind. "I am dying, but first I must pass my sacred duty on to you, in case you find any more of our brethren in a similar situation to mine." Hey. Clearly the Dark Eldar attack on the Shield of Dorn at such a vital moment, and the teleportarium sequence resulted in a catastrophic failure. You wonder how many more are like Brother Ordyss or lost forever, their component atoms scattered within the freezing depths of the void. "Take my narthecium," the apothecary says, indicating the archaic instrument attached to his arm, that is mercilessly free of the bulkhead, with a downward glance! Goodness gracious. At Ordyss's behest, you release the maglock, securing the narthecium in place and attach it to your own arm. There are unguents, and medicamentum, equivalent to 5 medikits worth. I fucking love this language. It's just like, it's like Latin, High Imperial. It's just fucking ridiculous. Medicamentum, that is just narthecium, just phenomenal. Each time you use a medikit, you restore your wound score to its starting total. As you do this, Ordyss intones the apothecary's creed between agonized gasps. It is the sacred oath sworn by all those who submit themselves for training by the apothecarian. "He that may fight, heal him. He that may fight no more, give him peace. He that is dead, take from him the chapter's due. While his gene seed returns to the chapter, a space marine cannot die." He breaks off, choking on his own blood as his body shuts down. Without death, pain loses its relevance. Ordyss then proceeds to tell you the clandestine code that activates the reductor built into the narthecium, so that you might remove his own progenoid glands that he might still serve the chapter. Brother Apothecary Ordyss has passed his sacred duty on to you, that you might tend to the injured and recover the gene seed of the dead as you continue your search for the rest of Squad Scipio. "Now, brother," he says with his dying breath, "do what must be done." With that, his chin drops onto his chest, and he says nothing more. Alright, so into the clandestine code. Phenomenal! This is just a happy story, isn't it? Entering the code, you successfully activate the reductor. Without a moment's hesitation, you plunge its whirring drill bit into Ordyss's neck. Feeling the clamped teeth bite down on the tough organ, you pull it free. Fortunately, you are also able to remove the second progenoid, located within the apothecary's chest. You gain 2 purity. Sweet. There is nothing more you can do for Brother Ordyss. and so are forced to leave his body locked within the very fabric of the bulkhead. However, you are able to retrieve 3 clips of bolter rounds that are in the apothecary's possession. Each clip has 20 shots. However, as you progress further through the bulk cargo hauler, following the only viable path open to you, your helm auspex begins to bleep and chirp with activity. Overlaying the information it is picking up on your helmet's HUD, a wireframe 3D scan of the Hulk appears first. On top of this, then brother, the target... Then appear the target markers indicating your battle brother's life signs. A feeling of relief washes through you as you see that the rest of the boarding party are all still alive, although they appear to have somehow been scattered throughout the Hulk. All except for one. Your auspex has failed to pick up Sergeant Valerius' signal. Based on the primary scan downloaded into your auspex whilst you are still on board the Shield of Dorn, and from the information your auspex has picked up since, including the locator signals relayed from your battle brother's suits, you know which direction you need to travel in to track each of them down. However, you have no idea what sort of environment you will find there, or what secret those areas of the Herald of Oblivion are hiding. So which of your fellow Imperial Fists do you want to try to track down first? Do we want to search for Brother Kale? Do we want to hunt down a postulary Redeemus? Or do we want to attempt to join up with Brother Baratheon? Let's search for sweet Brother Kale. Seems pretty obvious. Oh gosh, so much text. Following Brother Kale's signal, you penetrate far into the derelict. You traverse broken, twisted corridors of sheet metal and pass through fissures formed within accumulated space rock. Sometimes your way is lit by still flickering glow globes, but most of the time you find yourself cloaked in shadows and darkness, forcing you to rely on your own enhanced senses, the auto-senses of your Terminator armor, and your searchlight to help you navigate a path through the vast Hulk. Slowly, the nondescript corridors, walkways, and rifts give way to some rust-red walls. Corridors wide enough to drive a Rhino APC through, and familiar, blocky metallic structures. The repeated bas-relief images of cybernetic skulls removes any doubt in your mind as to where you are now, if there had ever been any. You have entered the wreck of a warp-lost vessel of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Acres of grilled decking spreads out before you into a ruddy gloom permeated by the occasional flickering lumen strip or glow globe, the disturbed dust of ages drifting in their ambient auras. Based on the signal your auspex is receiving from Brother Kale's battlesuit, he is somewhere within this ancient ark.
Ooh, phenomenal, how terrifying.
But as you progress further into the Mechanicus ship, it soon becomes clear that something is wrong. Other than the fact that the Ark is now part of a drifting space hulk, there are things growing on the mounds of sludge dripping from various effluent discharges in the walls. The growths look like large fungi, their pointed caps the color of stained copper. Memories implanted inside your head during one of the phases of your initiation into the Imperial 5th chapter means that you recognize the toadstools for what they are. The fungi are orcoid in origin. That is just not an easy... The fungi are orcoid in origin, part of the savage alien race's reproductive cycle. That is just a hard sentence to say. If allowed to grow to maturity in time, they will produce more of the savage greenskins, or one of the lesser orcoid species. But that will still be troublesome to the Imperium. The only way to eradicate them effectively is to burn them. A heavy flamer would have come in useful. Brother Baratheon was carrying one of them when you teleported. Not that that information is of any use to you now. Fuck you! I have nothing to burn the fungi enough to eradicate them entirely. Step on them! You make good progress into the Ark, heading in a southerly direction, keeping one eye on your auspex and Brother Kale's signal at all times. Eventually, you reach a solid wall of reinforced adamantium. At the same time, you lose Kale's signal. You wonder if he's still alive, or whether something about the makeup of this part of the vessel is blocking your signal. Either way, you had been heading directly towards the beacon of Brother Kale's signal, but the structure of the ship is now forcing you to take a turning to the east, or another to the west. Which will it be?
Well, let's
Let's go east. That seems like a pretty good place to go. You continue your advance through the Mechanicus vessel, still unhindered. Other than the growths of fungus, you have not seen any sign of greenskins on board. Perhaps the toadstools are only the initial phase of a new infestation. The further you advance, the further you are heading away from the source of Brother Kale's signal. As you pass beyond a steel-ribbed archway, you come to the entrance to what looks like another gigantic effluent pipe. Its grilled metal cover is gone, torn open by something, and recently, too, by the looks of things. And then, as you point your searchlight into the mouth of the pipe, your Auspex detects movement there, beyond the range of your light beam. Yeah, let's retrace our steps and go back the way we came. You continue to advance further, aware that with every minute that passes you are moving further away from your pass through one great vaulted gallery after another as you run into the orcs who have taken over this vessel. Oh shit. At first it is a tremor in the deck plates at your feet. Then it is a distant roar, like a battle barge laser lance battery charging ready to fire. And then finally the acrid stink of hydrocarbon waste gases assails your heightened olfactory senses. Reaching a grilled hatch cover, you peer through it at the chaos and commotion consuming the colossal cathedral-like hangar below. The air is thick with fumes and the roar of primitive combustion engines. As far as you can tell, going by the crude glyphs daubed into the vehicles and some of the orcs themselves, two rival mobs of greenskins are tearing around the ruined vault in the customized trucks and war bikes that they must have been constructed from whatever bits and pieces they could plunder from the Mechanicus vessel. The orcs have created a crude arena in which to race their noxious machines, and you can see a stack of promethium barrels collected together to form a fuel dump at its center. Such profane desecration of this ancient omnisciablest vessel makes your very blood seethe with barely contained rage. You cannot simply stand by and watch as the Xenos continue to desecrate the Ark with their sheer presence. They must be eradicated. Those were your orders, and it will be your pleasure, not just your duty, to fulfill them. Oh, phenomenal. So we're gonna fight people? Tearing the grill from the bolt, holding it in place, you use the projecting cyber skull and gargoyles adorning the walls of the vaulted chamber to descend to the floor of the desecrated manufactorial cathedral without being spotted by the orcs, who are far too busy driving their customized vehicles around their track at dangerously high speeds. But how will you go about eliminating the greenskin menace? Issue the greenskins with a formal challenge. That's a bit too Space Marine-y. Try taking out the field to get their attention. Target one of the mobs. Yeah, let's issue the greenskins with a formal challenge. Striding across the floor of the cathedral, which is embossed with more of the cybernetic skull devices of the cult Mechanicus, you issue your challenge. Your wrathful invective booming from the Voxcasters built into your Terminator armor. Suffer not the alien to live, in the name of Rogel Dorn, the Emperor's right hand, and in the name of the Lord of Mankind. I swear that this ends here, and now. Your booming polemic carries even over the roar of the trucks and the war bikes, reverberating from the steel and adamantium walls of the desecrated vault. A number of the savage brutes turn to regard you with beady red eyes, staring at you in dumb surprise as strings of spittle drew from their yellow tusks. And then, with a bellow of bestial fury, waving their crude cleavers and solid-shot weapons in the air, they break off from their racing and turn the snarling, tracked and fat-wheel vehicles towards you. A chorus of throaty roars rises from the phalanx of vehicles as the orcs gun their throttles, and then with a squeal of tire rubbery, and amidst clouds of oily black smoke, the convoy is suddenly powering straight towards you across the hangar vault. Faced by the rushing onslaught of the mobs, you have three options. Right at the front of the pack are a customized orc truck to your left, and a war bike to your right. Both are carrying far too many hangars on to be safe. You could either try to take one of these two vehicles out before they reach you, or you could try getting out of the way of the convoy altogether. Let's try to get out of the way. You move as quickly as you can, or at least as fast as your Terminator armor will allow. But the orcs have you in their sights now, and aren't going to let you get away that easy. You realize that you have no other option than to try to take out the vehicles heading up the hurtling convoy, and the hope that such an action will impede their inexorable advance. Alright, well, it's to the wheels of fate now, isn't it? Come on. Shit, that's not good. Okay, come on, give me goodness! Destiny decided. Not good. You take aim. You train your weapon on the warbike. Use my Stormbolter. Under your wrathful onslaught, the warbike dies in a welter of spark, shrapnel, shredded tires, and broken body parts. But the customized truck is still heading straight towards you. With mere meters between you and the speedy vehicle, there isn't even time to turn your weapon on the truck, and then in that crucial moment you make a split-second decision. As the truck comes within reach, you sidestep smartly to one side, and as you do so, you grab hold of the bull bars at the front of the truck with the augmented fists of your tactical dreadnought armor, and brace yourself for the inevitable. What happens next answers the age-old question of what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. The momentum of the hurtling truck spins you off your feet to land 10 meters away, whilst your grip on the bull bars tears the flatbed apart. Pieces of twisted metal crash down onto the floor of the vault, even as the truck's ruptured fuel tank touches off, throwing up a great wall of flame between you and the other orcish vehicles, which then proceed. There's a lot of run-on sentences in this. It makes it so hard to read. Which proceeds to pile into it, their weapons magazines exploding as fuel lines ignite. Surprised and angry, orcs rain down all around you. Get to my feet quickly. As you have yourself upright, we gotta fight. Cool. Warg! Alright, let's do it. What we got? We got 4 orcs. Orky boys. Alright, they've all got 9 wounds. I imagine they're all pretty devastating too. So let's focus. Should we focus again? Yeah. Fire. Fire. Glancing shot. Oh shit. Oh shit, we actually, did we just take 2 damage or we deal 2 damage? We took 2 damage. Okay, so we took 2 damage. Alright, obviously we want to get this guy who's trying to get closer to us. You want to get to know me, buddy. Crit hit. Boom. Oh, damn it. Oh, he's really close now. Oh, well, okay, good, they missed. Miss. What else we got? Miss? Good, he just advances. Let's try this again. Come on. Come on! Oh, come on! He seriously just shrugged off 3 shots from friggin' Stormbolter? I call a pile of raging bullshit. Oh man, they're getting close to us. They're getting really close. Alright, here we go. Proximity 0. Fire. There we go. We got one of the orcs. And fire. I guess you just need to focus with these guys because you're not going to hit them otherwise. Oh shit, we took 2 damage. Glancing blow. Yeah, piss off. I'm actually impressed that they're even able to do anything at all, to be honest. Considering I'm, rocking a frickin' Terminator. And all they've got is just those basic little axes and the little makeshift weapons. At least a knob. See, I can imagine a knob doing some damage. Or something higher than that. Flash gets, maybe. For Dorn! Completely incinerated. Phenomenal. We took 1 damage. You're gonna need to do more than that, you orc bastards, to be able to kill me. What else we got? A power fist? Oh, fuck yeah. Boom. Yeah, come on. What you got? What else we got? Reload? Yeah, I'm just gonna use the power fist. Attack! Yeah. Yeah. Boom. There goes another orc. Oh, I like this power fist. Oh, come on. What you got? Boom. Oh, bitch. Come on. One more hit. Yeah, glancing blow. Really? A power fist gets a glancing blow? Oh, what is this? This dude just knows how to dodge. They taught him combat training, clearly, because he's dodging left and right. Fuck you. Focus. Here we go, here we go. Boom! There we go. We won the engagement, comrades. Oh my god, that was stressful. Victory. Sweet. We killed them. Alright, and I think that is as good a place as any to end for today. I'm fucking tired and exhausted. So, this has been Commissar Bro, doing Legacy of Dorn, Herald of Oblivion. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying playing it. With that said, I'll see all you beautiful people next time.